What up, YouTube? Back at it again. We are back with another video from World Order. What was the last one we did? I think it was like "Have a Nice Day" or something to that effect a few weeks back. This is Genki Sudo was a professional MMA fighter in Japan, and now I think a politician. So we have this performative dance that these dudes in suits, like, they were just like kind of around town. Like, it was really interesting, really entertaining, very different. I'm gonna check this out. I couldn't really get like a good English translation for the lyrics, so I've got a decent. I'm getting like a decent description I can kind of read through, which I'll do when we get done with the video here. I haven't really read anything. I don't know what this is about. It's called Multipolarity, which we can get to as far as that word, and ultimately we're talking about yeah, just reading kind of what I can read out of these lyrics here. We're kind of addressing like a shift in global power away from like a dominant superpower, and discussing the shifting to I guess multiple sort of larger regions of influence: US, China, Russia, India, etc. um so yeah, we're talking about like this song is going to address what it looks like is like the complexities and the issues, and shifting alliances of like a, I guess, like a decentralized globe. But I don't know if these subtitles will work. We'll find out in a second here. First and foremost, go support World Order, go like, go subscribe, please. Of course, love to have you guys here as well. If you could, make sure you smash that like, make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. Also, the best way to get me where requests like this come from is on Patreon. Jump over there and shoot me a DM. It's free. It's a free platform. So we've got a list of requests that I'm getting to. There are skip the line options over there if you want me to get to something quick. But anyways, definitely, or just drop some comments down below. I do read all my comments, so that's one way to it's just, it helps me organize on Patreon. Everything's in one place. But anyways, let's go. Let's not. Hold on. Uh-oh. Stuff playing everywhere. Let's get you guys some sound. I love this, the stray face. Like, I'm assuming these, like, most people probably know who they are, with fandom and whatnot, and at least in the town. But dude, it's funny, man. I feel like I had the same thought last time. Like, these videos are so interesting, I'm having a hard time even paying attention to the lyrics, which are not bad, by the way. The song's fire. Like, dude, I love the beat on this. It's got this like, it's interesting, like EDM mixed in with like this kind of this paste sort of digitized. Like, it's very interesting, but I like it a lot. This jerk went right by. Couldn't even go behind the camera.
だまだない未来約束の希望の地はまだ見えてこないまま不可逆な歴史の中多極化へと進む飼い主を探し求め犬たちはどこへ行く
Huh. Um, it's weird, man. Like I don't understand a lot of what they were saying, because I was just you get kind of sucked into watching the video because the dancing is amazing. It's just like it's captivating. That just you don't really see often. Like I watch a ton of videos, and usually, like, we see a lot more, like, we see a lot of choreographed dancing, and it's usually like in the hip hop dancing realm, and dancing's you never really see dancing like that. Just this, their strict sort of movements, robotic almost, and what they're doing, like just in suits and kind of just haphazardly around random spots in town with like the interactions with the people, and it's very kind of candid. Let me read these lyrics real quick. Yeah, so multipolarity is going to be like a system where, like I said, where power is like distributed among major nations like your US, China, Russia, India, rather than being kind of controlled by one. Um and then we talk about like irreversible like history moving toward multipolarity. Um and they reference it like the nations there in comparison to like dogs looking for their master. It's almost like symbolic as far as like the uncertainty that nations would face, as traditional alliances sort of start to break down, and new power centers um arise. So yeah, and then we get collision they use, versus like integration and decision. So basically, like in a world of like competing powers, which is otherwise volatile, it like sort of presents this opportunity for building a new future in a creative way, right? It's almost like undoing and taking ownership of, but also undoing mistakes of the past, knowing the failures, knowing what doesn't work, and that repetition is insane. um to almost a fresh kind of starting point or a fresh thought. Um, so basically breaking free from your sort of your rigid frameworks that are preset, um, both on political level and like personal mindsets as well. I think, basically encouraging a global cooperation at the onset, at the personal level, as well as at the political level, um, with welcoming, you know, a progressive change. That's my best guess at what we're trying to do here with multipolarity as a song. Um, Dude, I love it. I love it. You know what's weird about it is like a song that's about that, which is like, you know, political by nature. You wouldn't expect it to have like a beat like that. Dude, honestly, you could play that, you could perform that at like Coachella, and like only the people that knew the language would really know what it's about, but everybody else would think it's fire, right? Because it is. The song was fire. I loved it. Um, but what an interesting group. It's unique. It's very unique. I've never really, I do a ton of stuff on the channel. I've never really seen anything like that. Um, but anyways, go support, please go. And obviously, this is a bit older too. I think it's at least 10 years old. But go support World Order, please. Go like, go subscribe. Of course, love to have you guys here as well. Smash that like. Make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. We will keep it moving here. We'll talk to you on the next.